I'll share my screen. So thank you all for joining me this evening. It's lovely to see you. And I understand Jane's busy with her group this evening, but she has said she will join tomorrow. Tomorrow is our last evening.
Yes.
So we're following The Garden of the Beloved by Robert Way. And we've had a very lovely journey to get to this point. This is session 9. And as I say, tomorrow, session 10 is our last one. During our time together this evening, we'll cover one chapter, followed by a quiet time to reflect on what the words mean to us, and then to have time to discuss the messages. I will put some of the words on screen from the chapter. The book is based on an image of a garden with a master gardener called the lover and a young man who becomes the disciple. God is referred to as the beloved. The reading is quite short, so the session will not be long. As we take a break from the busyness of life, let us pause a moment. So this is chapter 14, the death of the lover. For many, many years, the disciple worked in the garden of the beloved and learned the wisdom of love from the lover. Although he still had never actually seen the beloved, nor heard his voice, yet whenever the beloved visited the garden, he beheld a wondrous light of him and knew the ineffable joy of his presence. Now the lover had grown old, and his eyes became dim from beholding the splendor of the beloved, and his body was almost consumed by the fire of his love. Yet for the joy he had in the service of the beloved, he still did all the work that he was able in the garden. But as his powers failed, more and more work of the garden fell to the lot of the disciple, whose frame had become so inured to toil and his strength so increased that he was able to perform all the tasks and had great joy in thus serving the beloved. One day, the lover called the disciple and said, "Rejoice with me, my son, for today I go to the beloved." The disciple was sorry when he heard that the lover was going to leave him. Yet he rejoiced at the lover's happiness because he was going to the beloved. Then the lover said, "Look after the garden well for the beloved's sake. But I know that you'll do this and rejoice at the toils and torments with which the beloved will try you, for I think that your hour is near." After saying this, the lover lay down to rest, and on his lips was a smile of peace, passing human understanding. So he went to the beloved, whose faithful lover he was. The disciple wept for the love which he bore the lover. He was ashamed of those selfish tears which he shed at the happiness of the lover. And taking up the body of the lover, although it was but an empty shell, he buried it in the most beautiful part of the garden, and looked after the garden with even more care than before, both for the love he bore the lover and the love he bore the beloved. From the words of the lover, he had great hope that he too would soon go to the beloved. But in this, he was mistaken. We'll have a few minutes for private reflection. Please feel free to unmute and share your thoughts.
I like the idea, June, that when he was lying down, ready to be taken by the beloved, he'd got a smile on his face.
Yes. Yes, he was ready to go home.
Oh yeah, definitely ready.
Yes.
And for all of us who are definitely ready to go home, the one line sentence puts it in perspective that actually it's not our choice. You know, when he says he thought or he hoped he would soon go also to the beloved, but in this he was mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, nice try, in other words.
Yeah, nice thought, but no.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's also because when the lover was passing and he says, for I think your hour is near, but actually that was linked to the toils and torments with which the beloved will try you. For I think your hour is near.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's got it all in there. Such a small chapter, but so rich in guidance.
Agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Karen and Martin? Have you read any of this book at all?
No, to be honest, June, no. That bit just reminded me of Aaron, to be honest, when, he anointed God, anointed Aaron's son, and then Aaron went up the mountain and, just passed away there.
Yeah.
His time had come, and that's similar to what I've just been listening to. That's what reminded me. It reminded me of Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. I'll be sharing the videos if you wanted to look through them or listen to them. They're not overly long. They're all fairly short.
Yeah,
They're
that would be
all
lovely.
really
Thank
deep. Sorry?
That'd be lovely, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until we do tomorrow's, which is the last one, and then I'll send them all over. Jane sent me how to share files for dummies guide. So I'll be doing that, and then they're going to go on the Bethel YouTube thing, I think. So
Right.
yeah, that'll be quite.
Thing is with this, June, they're all standalones, aren't they?
Yes.
So yes, if we've been with you from the beginning, yes, great. But if people only pick up today or only pick up tomorrow, they are all standalone lessons in themselves.
Yes.
So whatever order you watched them in, it would make no difference.
No, and I think you can go like to the beginning or the middle, and as you
Yeah,
say, they are all standalone.
completely
chapters.
standalone.
Mm.
Yeah, everyone is a beautiful metaphor, allegory, teaching, whatever you want to call it. Completely, you can take them in random order. There's not one of these sessions where you can't learn something
Absolutely.
and have your faith deepened.
Yeah, very much so, with deepening your faith. Very much
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Really is. So we'll have a time of prayer to close our session. Father, I thank you that as we are in you, we can have a smile on our face. Life often wants to wipe that smile off our faces, but the smile comes from within. We're in receipt of your salt and light and your unconditional love, and we're to share it in great abundance. So if we hang on to the salt in particular, it goes off. And all you can do with salt that's gone off is throw it away. So we are to share salt. We're to put the light on a hill and share your unconditional love. Thank you so much for Jill, Anne and Alan, and Martin and Karen joining this evening. Keep us all safe in you as we are salt and light, sharing you with people that we come into contact with. I thank you for this book by Robert Way. It's such a blessing. Thank you so much. Amen.
Amen. Amen, June. God bless you and thank you. Thank you.
So
Thank
thank you
you.
for joining me. I look forward to spending time with you at the next session. I'll stop that and I will